Welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, brought to you by Tab Bank. I'm Alex Napolis. We're here at Zions Bank Stadium for game number 2 of the 5A semifinals between the
in goal for Alta 50, Chase Bedford,
Alta Hawks and the Bountiful Redhawks. As we are moments away from kicking off game 2 for a spot on Thursday at a 5A state championship game. It'll be the Alta Hawks in their red with the long sleeves. Nice touch there from the Alta Hawks. They'll be going to the left of your screen here in the first half. And then you have the Bountiful Redhawks in their white with the red numbers, and they'll be going to the right of your screen here in the first half. Seconds away from getting action started. The winner of this one will take on the Wasatch Was in the 5A state championship game. And we're underway here at Zions Bank. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the next 80 minutes of the beautiful game as Alta stealing possession here, high up the pitch. Cleared away by the Bountiful Redhawks. Coming across there was McAllister trying to win it back. Now here's McAllister who settles it to Barney. Barney up the sideline in the direction of Butler. Butler cuts inside. Butler looking for options. Butler plays it centrally to Coons. Coons goes out wide. Ball into the box and cleared away by Bountiful only momentarily as Alta retaining possession here in the attacking third. Ball goes in centrally towards Tanner Coons. Coons now into the box. Has a chance here to cross it in. And nicely defended by Noah Hilton, who pokes it away, forces the corner. And a set-piece opportunity coming up here for the Alta Hawks to try to take an early lead in this one. It'll be number 7, Jack McAllister, over on that far sideline to take the corner. Everybody lined up at the back post here for the Alta Hawks. Jack McAllister will look to whip it in, goes back post, takes a deflection and cleared away by Bountiful. As Barney tracks it down, nicely defended and cut out there by Zach Lavelle coming across, and Bountiful get possession back. This is the Redhawks. Nice turn there centrally for Cody Forbes. Went back quickly by the Hawks. This is Butler who plays it across. The shot and a save by Watson. Butler back into the box. And cleared away by Bountiful. A shot there from Josh Glazier. And we have a player down inside the box behind the play. We'll have a stoppage in play with 37:57 left to go. Josh Glazier. The early shot, the early opportunity for the Alta Hawks. Carter Watson forced into the save, and we'll have an early substitution here by the Bountiful Redhawks as a player is down behind the play. Well, if you're the Bountiful Redhawks, this is a tough way to start the game. Trading staff out now to take a look. As it looks like Landon Zayas, one of the defenders here. Landon Zayas, number 2 for the Bountiful Redhawks, will have to make his way off. Early substitution with the injury here for the Bountiful Redhawks, and ball back in play. Alta quickly back in possession. Redhawks played across. It's Zach Lavelle here towards the near sideline. Lavelle plays it wide to Barney. Barney up the sideline. Barney trying to cut it back. Nicely done by Barney as that ball goes out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up here for the Bountiful Redhawks and an opportunity to boot this one away. Ball cleared away by Bountiful. Quickly won back by the Hawks. This one goes to Tanner Coons, uses his header to get it back out wide towards Butler. Butler up the sideline. Butler crosses it in, goes far back post, cleared away by the Bountiful Redhawks. As Tanner Coons recovers, Alta again winning possession back in the attacking third. Tanner Coons cuts it back, gets it on his left, trying to find a cross into the box, and instead goes out of bounds for the corner kick. For the Alta Hawks, coming in as the number 2 in the RPI, 16-2 overall, 10-2 in Region 6 play, tied at the top of Region with the East High Leopards. 72 goals scored on the season, 13 goals against. Some big wins as well for the Alta Hawks in non-region play. As that ball's whipped in, goes back post and goes across the face of goal, out of bounds and out for the goal kick. The Alta Hawks got a win against Skyridge in non-region play, 3-2. The final score in that one, a big win against Mountain Ridge, 8-0. And then a win against Logan, 9-1, to finish region play undefeated. Their 2 losses of the season come into region opponent East as Barney wins it back in the attacking third and won back by the Bountiful Redhawks, now up the sideline. And played in centrally. Cody Forbes gets a touch on it quickly again, won back by the Alta Hawks. This is Coons. Coons plays it in to Glazier, who plays it out wide. Barney trying to keep that one from going out of bounds, and it goes out for the goal kick. The 2 losses on the season for the Alta Hawks, both coming to region rivals East. A 2-0 loss to the Leopards and a 1-4-1 PK loss. Was enough, though, for them to get the 2 in the RPI. Got the first round bye. Beat number 15 Brighton 3-0 in the second round of the playoffs. And then in the quarterfinals, got a win against number 10 Maple Mountain 3-1 to set themselves up here in a semifinal matchup against the Bountiful Redhawks. Last season eliminated by the Hunter Wolverines in the quarterfinals. 1-0 the final in that one. And of course, the Alta Hawks, 9-time state champions in boys soccer, 1990, 92, 97, 2006, 2011, 2015, 2017, 2018, and most recently in 2022. That ball up the sideline. Giving chase here is Eddings, and it goes out of bounds and out. A Bountiful throw in here on the near sideline as the Redhawks trying to get some possession into the attacking third. Haven't had too much of an opportunity to test this Alta defense just yet. Throw in here for the Redhawks as Cole Nagel will throw it in. Cleared away by Alta. This is ball in possession here with Glazier. Glazier gets past one. Glazier still gets it to Butler. Butler inside the box. And that one will go out of bounds and out. But prior to a foul called, the whistle here goes against Butler. And a free kick coming up for the Bountiful Redhawks. For the Redhawks, Bountiful, led by head coach Lou Plank, coming to this one at 18-1 overall in the season, 14-0, undefeated in Region 5 play. Finished, of course, at the top of the Region 5, number 3 in the RPI with 52 goals scored on the season, 19 goals against. Their 1 loss of the season was the first game of the season where they fell to the Mountain Ridge Sentinels 5-4 in a penalty shootout. Since then, an 18-game win streak for the Bountiful Redhawks, including wins against Harriman, where they beat the Mustangs 3-2 in overtime. Got some region wins against Northridge and Viewmont, 2-0 against Northridge, 3-0 against Viewmont, and then beat Northridge again 2-1 in region play to secure their hands on that Region 5 title. First round bye with a win against number 14 Olympus in the second round, 2-1, and then took down number 6 Skyline 3-2 in the quarterfinals to set themselves up here in a semifinal matchup against the Alta Hawks. Last season, eliminated by the champions in Wasatch 3-1 in the 5A quarterfinals. Both of these sides making it to the quarterfinals last season, now a year later in the semifinals. Just like the Alta Hawks, 9-time state champions for the Bountiful Redhawks, 1991, 93, 98, 99, 2000, 2002, 2007, 2008, and most recently in 2013. Lou Plank, a big part of some of those state champions, as he's now entering year 20 as the head coach of the Bountiful Redhawks. That ball out of bounds. Ball in by Alta. A shot from distance from McAllister. Trying to pick off the top corner. Not too far off there as it goes wide of the post and out for the goal kick. Bountiful here can clear their lines. 31-43 left to go here in the first half. Still tied up at 0-0. Bountiful. Nagel loses the ball. Now it's Barney. Barney into the box. Barney crosses it in. And some miscommunication there, but ultimately cleared away by this Bountiful defense. And now Alta here will have the throw-in. Lavelle takes it quick. Zach Lavelle gets it to Barney. Cross in by Lavelle, goes back post. Headed away by the Redhawks. And Nagel here will clear this one out. Barney trying to track this one down. Beats Nagel to the ball. Barney plays it in centrally. And Forbes there pokes it away. That was Eddings trying to get it back up towards the sideline. Instead, it goes out of bounds and out. Nagel to throw it in. Nicely done there by Barney to get past one. Plays it centrally to Butler. Butler back to McAllister. McAllister to Glass. Glass up the sideline looking for Barney. Barney crosses it in. And floated over the top. Giving chase now is the Redhawks as De Jong wins the ball. Up now for Hamlet. Hamlet trying to get it up. And one back by the Alta Hawks. Alta now on the attack. Ball played into Butler. Butler crosses it in. Takes a bounce in front of Watson. And Carter Watson recovers and collects. Could have been dangerous there for Alta, but Carter Watson doing a good job of keeping possession. And now here comes the Alta Hawks again winning the ball back. Here's Ashton Glass. Glass pokes it wide to Barney. Barney. So much pressure right now for the Alta Hawks on this Bountiful defense. Trying to find that key play, that key opportunity to take a lead. Lavelle comes across, wins it back. Now in possession is Rasmussen. Plays it centrally to McAllister. McAllister goes out wide to Barney. Barney up the sideline. Barney cuts back. Barney now leaves it for Glass. Glass centrally to McAllister. McAllister on his left. McAllister trying to tee up a shot. Instead goes out wide to Barney. Barney with an opportunity to cross it into the box. Barney gets it on his right. Takes the shot and can't put it on frame. Substitutions coming up here for the Alta Hawks as Tyler Jordan checks in, as well as Max Wimmer. Both on now for the Alta Hawks. Off comes Barney, and off comes Josh Glazier.
Tyler Jordan, and 20, Max Wimmer.
Substitutions there made by the designated home side. Ball cleared away by the Redhawks. And now Alta tries to bring it down. They do with Glass. Glass goes out wide to Christensen. Christensen plays it centrally to McAllister. McAllister with time and space plays it in the direction of Jordan. One back by the Bountiful Redhawks. And the whistle, a late whistle, but a foul called here against Alta. It's a free kick coming up for Bountiful, and an opportunity for Bountiful to clear their lines. 28 minutes left to go here in the first, and throughout the course of the first minutes here this first half, it has been all Alta Hawks. Bountiful in possession, trying to get the ball up. There's Nagel. Nagel up the sideline. Cut out by Lavelle. Castañeda plays it across. And cleared away by Bountiful. McAllister wins it back. Now Christensen. Christensen plays it centrally to Coons. Tanner Coons now gets past one. Tanner Coons gets it on his left. Tanner Coons into the box. Coons cuts it back and crosses it in. Goes near post to Butler, who can't put it on frame. Another big opportunity here for the Alta Hawks. This time Butler, who goes wide of the post. Great start for Alta, continues with another opportunity. Castañeda here to put this one away for the Bountiful Redhawks off the goal kick. Castañeda gets it away. Lavelle comes across, cuts it out. Alta again back in possession with Butler. Butler gets it to Coons. Tanner Coons up the sideline. Gets past Eddings. Now plays it in centrally to Wimmer. This is a ball for McAllister. McAllister plays it through. Wimmer settles it to Glass. Glass tries to cut it back. Coons is there and cut out by the Bountiful defense. Throw-in coming up for Alta here on the near sideline. 26-15. Still tied up at 0-0. Zach Lavelle to throw it in for the Hawks. Hawks and Redhawks. Brought down by Bountiful. Quickly one back by Jordan. Jordan taking a shot from distance. Tried to pick out that bottom corner and wasn't too far off. Carter Watson saw that one through all the way. Skims past the far post. And it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Carter Watson to boot this one away for Bountiful. Ball comes out to McAllister, who plays it to Lavelle. Lavelle almost loses possession, does a good job to retain it. Glass plays it back to McAllister. McAllister goes out wide to Christensen. Christensen brings it up. Christensen plays one across the field to Jordan. Jordan trying to get it back to Glass. Nagel is there with the defensive interception. Giving chase here is Childers. And now cross into the box by Alta. Trying to find Christensen. Nicely cut out. And booted away by the Bountiful Redhawks. Now it's Tyler Jordan. Jordan plays it to Glass. Glass directing traffic. Glass gives it to Lavelle. Lavelle settles it for McAllister. McAllister trying to find Christensen. Gets a header on it. And that one will go out of bounds and out for the goal kick. McAllister. It's Glass, plays it out wide. Nagel steps up and intercepts. Nagel now plays it up the sideline. Giving chase here is Clegg. Clegg goes to ground. Lavelle doing a phenomenal job defensively once again. Jordan can't get past Childers. And now here's Alta back in possession. This ball out wide to Wimmer. Max Wimmer coming across and making a huge tackle there is Castañeda. And Emilio Castañeda putting his body on the line for his side. Castañeda down after the play. We'll have a stoppage as Emilio Castañeda continues to be on the ground. And for the Bountiful Redhawks, they've already lost one defender in Zayas. Now Castañeda down after the challenge. Ball whipped in as McAllister taking a shot, and it goes just wide. Good to see Castañeda back up on his feet after the play, but Castañeda still struggling Doing a good job here of staying up for the Bountiful Redhawks. A whistle and a foul called, a free kick coming up here for Bountiful. Castañeda here to boot this one away. And he'll leave it. Castañeda still struggling as Nagel. Now Castañeda giving chase. He'll leave it for Watson. Watson will boot this one up and away. Forbes tries to play it up. Now here's Clegg. Clegg with the touch. Clegg over the top. Ball in behind to Eddings. Eddings with the shot. And it won't count. The offside flag is raised as Austin Eddings was in behind the defense and found himself in an offside position. .22:01 left to go here in the first half. Almost halfway through. That ball goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick.
Now in for Alta, number 12.
Substitution has Josh Glazer checking back in for the Alta Hawks. Off comes number 2, Beckham Butler. Watson will boot this one away. Here on the near sideline to Nagel. Nagel. And that ball will go out of bounds and out for the Alta throw. Zach Lavelle to throw it in. Ball over the top. Wimmer giving chase. Glazier there as well. It'll go out of bounds and out. Another Alta throw in here in the attacking third. Substitution prior to as Dawson Barney will check back into the game. Off comes number 8, Ashton Glass for the Hawks. Lavelle to throw it in. Cleared away by Bountiful. McAllister giving chase. Headed away there by Rasmussen. Dangerous ball as Clegg wins it back for Bountiful. Now Bountiful on the attack. Clegg up the sideline. Clegg coming across defensively as the Alta Hawks with a huge defensive tackle. And Christensen shooken up a little bit after the challenge. Out of bounds and out, a throw in for Bountiful over on the far sideline. Clegg, header, whips one into the box. Edding now giving chase and cleared away by Jordan. Ball goes out, a throw in coming up here for the Bountiful Redhawks on the near sideline. Nagel will throw it in. Nagel. Bountiful had possession momentarily. A big collision there. Jordan gets caught, but nothing there as Bountiful have a chance here to clear this one away. Ball goes out over on the far sideline to Shirley. Shirley boots it up. And out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for Bountiful. Substitution prior to as Clegg will head to the bench for a breather. Covering there is Dijon. Has to cut out one there by Barlow in the middle of the park. Bountiful trying to retain possession. Instead, one back by Alta. And now Bountiful with a defensive challenge there. Here comes Hamlet up for the Redhawks. Hamlet tries to go up the sideline, cut out by Alta. Now here comes Barney going the other way. Barney using his speed. Alta on the attack with Dawson Barney. Barney taking a shot, deflected, back out to Barney. Barney inside the box. Barney gets past Shirley. Cross comes in and defended well there by Noah Hilton as the ball goes out of bounds, and now a corner kick coming up for the Alta Hawks with 17:30 left to go. Still all tied up at 0-0, but Alta with a good opportunity there. Dawson Barney showing off his speed. Now a corner kick coming up here for the Alta Hawks as McAllister heads over to the far sideline to take. McAllister, one hand in the air, the ball whipped in near post and cleared away by Castañeda just in front of goal. Giving chase here is Lavelle, who lets this one roll out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for Alta. Ball into the box. Wimmer with a header. Christensen near the top of the 18, tries to bring it down. Nicely defended by Forbes. Christensen goes to ground. Nothing called. Bountiful in possession. Ball cleared away over the top. Here's Coons. Tanner Coons, ball through to Wimmer. Wimmer giving chase and can't keep that one. Heavy pass there from Coons as it goes out of bounds, and now a goal kick coming up for the Alta Hawks. Checking into the game, Beckham Butler back in, as well as Ashton Glass. Off comes Tanner Coons, and off comes number 17, Brady Christensen.
Now in for Alta, number 2, Beckham Butler. Number 8, Ashton Glass.
Goal kick taken short by Bountiful. Now here's Noah Hilton. Hilton will boot this one up. Ball given away. Wimmer with the header. Can't be cleared. Now cleared by Bountiful. McAllister tracking it down near the middle of the park. Bringing it down. Gets it to Glass. Glass trying to get it out wide to Beckham Butler. Cut out and cleared away by Shirley. Throw-in coming up for Alta over on the far sideline. Ball back in play. Ashton Glass flicks it through with the head. Bountiful win it back. Cleared away by Nagel. McAllister wins it back for Alta. Eddings trying to come across defensively. McAllister doing a great job of keeping possession. Cut out by Barlow. Now out wide to Nagel. Nagel into Forbes. Forbes back out wide to Nagel. Lavelle with a defensive challenge. Nagel still trying to keep possession. Goes to ground. And Zach Lavelle gets past one, gets past two, gets past a third. Still Lavelle, who plays it out wide to Glazier. Glazier into the box. Glazier cuts it to his right, takes the shot, and can't put it on frame. For a moment there, it looked like Josh Glazier was going to have one of the best chances to take a lead. Hurried into taking an uncomfortable shot, and it goes wide of the post. But another big opportunity for Alta. Here's Eddings, who brings it down for Bountiful. Ball played back to De Jong. De Jong goes out wide to Nagel. Nagel up the sideline. Back to Nagel. Nagel plays it over the top. Radford off his line, and Radford collects. Chase Radford will boot this one away. Ball booted away by Radford. Nagel cuts it out. Barlow gets it back out wide to Nagel. And that ball will go out of bounds and out for the Bountiful throw. Nagel to throw it in for Bountiful. Barlow cuts it out. McAllister is there. Alta back in possession. Giving chase here is Glazier against Castañeda. Josh Glazier defended by Castañeda. Glazier crosses it in. Castañeda with the deflection and cleared away momentarily by Bountiful. Forbes brings it down. Goes back to Watson. Watson will just boot this one up and away. Alta quickly win it back. McAllister pokes it out to Beckham Butler. Butler back centrally. Dawson. Barney wins it. Barney out wide to Jordan. Jordan up the sideline. Crosses it in. Goes near post. Barlow is there. And Barlow goes down. Or excuse me, that was De Jong. And De Jong wins the foul for the Bountiful Redhawks. Free kick coming up and an opportunity for Bountiful to clear it away. Despite the sustained pressure and the good opportunities for the Alta Hawks, still looking for a goal to break the deadlock. We're all tied up at 0-0 between these two sides. The Wasatch await. In the 5A state championship game, Bountiful here with the free kick in a dangerous spot. An opportunity to whip one into the box and see if they can create some chaos in front of Chase Radford's goal. Castañeda to boot this one into the box. Castañeda floats it in towards the back post and cleared away by Ashton Glass. Alta quickly trying to hit on a counterattack. Nagel trying to track it down. Brought down by Glazier. Glazier over the top. And that one will just go straight into the hands safely of Carter Watson. Watson will boot this one away. Rasmussen lets it bounce as it goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in over on the far sideline. Rasmussen to throw it in. Glass trying to, or excuse me, Butler trying to flick it through with a header. Lands back at Beckham Butler. Rasmussen to Glass in centrally. The whistle and a foul called against the Alta Hawks. Or no, it went out of bounds is what they'll call it. Over on that far sideline, Bountiful throw in. One back by Alta. Throwing over on the far sideline as Butler will get ready to throw it in. Prior to substitution is Tanner Coons checking back in. Off comes number 9, Tyler Jordan for Alta.
Now in for Alta, number 11, Tanner Coons.
Header goes out of bounds and out. Another throw-in coming up over on the far sideline, this time for the Bountiful Redhawks. Ball back in play, brought down by Eddings. Over the top, Barlow giving chase. Barlow brings it down and cleared away. Nice control there in the middle of the park by Hamlet. Nothing called there off of Rasmussen going down. Bountiful on the attack now. Here's Eddings. Eddings looking for support. Goes back to Noah Hilton. Hilton trying to play it centrally to Hamlet. Instead loses possession. Now here come Alta on a quick counterattack. Alta, ball play through to Tanner Coons. Coons now has an opportunity to get into the box. Coons on his right. Coons with the shot. Castañeda comes across with a huge defensive challenge. Tanner Coons still in possession. Coons looking for options. Ball whipped in by Glazier. Dawson Barney tracking it down. Barney gets it on his right. Barney takes the shot, deflected off of Barlow, and it goes out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up here for Alta. A big, dangerous counterattack for the Hawks. Ends in a corner as Barlow using his body to defend the shot. Set piece opportunity coming up here for the Alta Hawks. 8:48 left to go. And Butler will whip it in. Ball low, driven to the near post. McAllister's there, flicks it through. And for a second there, it looked like Josh Glazier was going to be able to get on the end of it. Instead, it goes through, out of balance, and out for the goal kick. Good idea from Alta. Josh Glazier just couldn't get on the end of it. McAllister wins it back quickly for Alta. This is Coons. Loses out possession. Here's Cody Forbes, plays it up. Cody Forbes tracking it down, takes a deflection off of Dawson Barney, and a throw-in coming up here for Bountiful. Nagel to throw it in. Ball in play as Eddings trying to track it down. One back by Alta. This is Coons. Coons plays it in to Glass. Glass tries to get it out wide. Instead, one back by Bountiful only momentarily. Now McAllister cutting it out. Ball goes back to Glazier. Heavy touch and cleared away by Castañeda. Only to find McAllister. McAllister trying to get his runner and Butler over on the far sideline. Instead, it'll go out of bounds and out for the Bountiful throw-in. Over on that far sideline, Noah Hilton will throw it in. Hilton. Ball back in play. In centrally to Rasmussen. Alta back in possession with McAllister. McAllister out wide to Barney. Barney against Nagel. Cuts inside, gets past Nagel. Barney, Dawson Barney taking the shot and goes over and out for the goal kick. Dawson Barney just got too much under that ball. Trying to pick off that top corner. Instead, it goes over and out, and a goal kick coming up here for for Bountiful. Prior to substitutions for the Redhawks as number 8, Ian Boyer checks in. Kicked away by Watson, only to find Glazier. Glazier pokes it through to Wimmer. Wimmer has Glazier, gets it to Glazier. Castañeda comes across, makes the challenge. The ball back into the box. Back post, Butler is there, cleared away. Watson still on the ground. And Alta recover possession. Max Wimmer can whip it into the box. Wimmer goes near post. Butler is there, lands at Barney with the shot. Watson forced into the save. So close for the Alta Hawks to capitalize off of the Bountiful mistake. Instead, they'll settle for a corner. Carter Watson, the senior goalkeeper, coming up huge for his side. Substitutions coming up for both sides. Christensen back into the game for the Alta Hawks. Butler to whip it in. Butler goes far back post. Lavelle was there. Christensen trying to keep it from going out of bounds. Instead, it does. And we'll have a goal kick coming up. Bountiful here to clear their lines. Boots this one up and away. Headed away. Quickly one back by Alta. Bountiful doing a good job there. Cody Forbes momentarily had possession. Here's Lavelle. Lavelle gets past one. Lavelle gets past two. Lavelle up the sideline. Zach Lavelle has a chance here to cross it in. Goes past and goes down as a foul as Austin Childers goes to ground. The whistle and a free kick coming up here for Bountiful. As Nagel will kick this one away. Ball booted away by the Redhawks. Again, one back by McAllister, who gets it to Christensen. Christensen with the heavy touch, cleared away by Shirley. Giving chase here. As this ball will go all the way back to Chase Radford. Ball up by Butler to Wimmer. Wimmer goes to Butler. Butler tries to flick it through. One back by Childers. The ball over the top. Radford will let it bounce as Chase Radford plays it out to Rasmussen. Connor Rasmussen cuts back. Goes all the way back to Radford. Radford Comes up to the near sideline for Butler. Butler brings it down. Butler with time and space. Wimmer, nice pass back. This is Dutcher up the sideline. Ty Dutcher tries to whip it into the box, takes a deflection as Wimmer will shield it off, lets it go out of bounds, and another corner kick coming up for the Alta Hawks. Corner and a set piece opportunity here for Alta to try to take a lead. Beckham Butler to whip it in. Everybody lining up at the back post for the designated home side. Butler whips it in, right into the mix, headed away, and cleared away by Forbes. Lavelle comes across, or excuse me, that was Rasmussen who came across and is fouled. A free kick coming up for the Alta Hawks. Prior to, McAllister will whip it in. Goes far back post. Castañeda gets a header on it, and it goes out. Another corner kick coming up here for Alta. Butler will whip it in. Butler cross comes in, goes near post. Glass will bring it down at the top of the 18, pokes it through. Glazier is there. Glazier gets past, gets it to Glass. Glass has an opportunity inside the box and surely comes up big defensively for Bountiful. Cleared away, a throw in for Alta over on the far sideline. The Hawks trying so desperately to take a lead before the end of the first. With 1:25 left to go, still tied up at 0-0, cleared away by Bountiful. Boyer goes to ground, the whistle and a foul call. The free kick coming up here for the Bountiful Redhawks. Ball booted away by Shirley. De Jong goes all the way back to Castañeda. Castañeda will float one in over the top, trying to get in behind the defense. Dutcher is there with a header, takes a deflection. Butler comes out and boots this one away with 40 seconds left. Christensen giving chase. Christensen up the far sideline. Christensen plays it centrally. Wimmer is there. Bountiful clears it away. Childers settles it to Hamlet. Hamlet to De Jong. De Jong up the sideline. Eddings tries to get past Dutcher. And Dutcher goes back to his keeper in Radford. Chase Radford. Oh no, they'll call it a pass back. They'll call it a pass back to his goalkeeper.
10, 9,
and they have to hurry, the countdown is on.
6, 5,
they're not going to get the shot off.
3, 2, 1, 0.
That'll do it here for the first half. We reached the end of the first, and we're all tied up at 0-0 between the Alta Hawks and the Bountiful Redhawks. Both sides having some good opportunities, but it has been sustained pressure from Alta. They've had the most opportunities here in the first half. Still haven't been able to find that one clear moment, that one clear opportunity to take a lead as we head into the break, all tied up at 0-0 here in Game 2 of the 5A state semifinals. We'll take a quick step aside, but don't go anywhere, because when we return, second half action on the other side here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. And I want to welcome you back into Zions Bank Stadium. It's home of the Monarchs, and today it's the host of the 5A semifinals as we get a nice little look over at the copper mines over there in the distance. As we get ready to start second half action between the Alta Hawks and the Bountiful Redhawks. All tied up at 0-0 as we get ready to start second half action. The Wasatch Wasps await their opponent. Wasatch is through with a 3-1 win over East. Will it be Alta? Will it be Bountiful? 40 minutes here to decide a winner at Zions Bank. I'm Alex Napoles, happy to be here with you. It's bringing you game 2 of the 5A state semifinals of boys soccer. And it's the Alta Hawks in the red, and they'll be going to the right of your screen here to start the second half, and it is the Bountiful Redhawks in their white. They'll be going to the left of your screen here in the second half. Moments away from starting second half action, and we're underway as we start the second half, all tied up with everything to play for. Eddings giving chase. Ty Dutcher covering defensively for Alta as that ball goes out of bounds and out for the throw-in. Rasmussen will throw it in. Barlow gets a touch on it for Bountiful. It goes out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up this time for Alta, as Rasmussen again will throw it in. And we'll have a redo here, as we'll say Rasmussen got a little too high up the pitch. Rasmussen now throws it in. The whistle and a foul will call. This one will go against Josh Glazier. Comes in, commits the foul. Free kick here for Bountiful, as number 31, Callan Shirley, will boot this one up and away. Ty Dutcher is there. Dutcher gets it out wide to Christensen. Christensen, nicely defended by Barlow, who just boots this one away. Beckett Barlow, the sophomore, coming across with the challenge. And Tanner Coons gets past one, can't get past the second. Alta still here in possession. This ball goes out wide to Christensen. Barlow cuts it out. Essentially to Hamlet, who can't connect with Forbes. Jack McAllister now in possession for Alta. As he goes down, the whistle and a foul called. Jack McAllister to boot this one away. Keeps it to Rasmussen. Rasmussen goes back to Dutcher. Dutcher goes across to Lavelle. Lavelle goes down. The whistle and a foul will called. A free kick coming up now for the Alta Hawks as Lavelle goes to ground. Jack McAllister will boot this one up and away for the Alta Hawks. An opportunity here for Alta to whip a ball into the box and create some chaos in front of Watson's goal. McAllister goes back post. Coons there with the header. Can't redirect it on frame. It goes over and out for the goal kick. Tanner Coons inside the box off the free kick. Got a header there with a good opportunity for Alta. And it'll go out, and now a throw-in over on that far sideline for the Hawks. Zach Lavelle to throw it in. Takes a couple of bounces. Now Forbes with the header there. Is Bountiful trying to win possession back. Instead, Alta here with the ball with Dawson Barney. Barney loses out possession. This is Forbes. Cody Forbes plays it back to Beckett Barlow. Barlow into Forbes. Forbes around two defenders. Can't get past the third. Christensen wins it back for Alta. Here's Ashton Glass. Goes out wide to Glazier. Glazier crosses it in. Back post. Beckham is there. And Beckham Butler doesn't get the cleanest of touches on the ball. And it goes safely into the hands of Carter Watson. Carter Watson now here can boot this one up and away for Bountiful. Ball booted up. Lavelle there gets a touch. Beckett Barlow loses the ball as Christensen can't get past Dijon. And now ball booted away. It goes out of bounds, and now a throw-in coming up here for the Alta Hawks. Throw in for Rasmussen. Gets it to Christensen. Tries to flick it through. And nicely defended by Bountiful. This is Barlow, who can't bring the ball in. It goes out of bounds, and another throw-in coming up here for Alta. Brought down by Coons. And now for McAllister. Jack McAllister gets around Cody Forbes. McAllister here with an opportunity. Ball goes out wide. Ball whipped into the box. Giving chase here is Christensen. Christensen brings it down, crosses it in, it goes out of bounds and out, and Cody Forbes down behind the play. We'll have a stoppage in play with 34:53 left to go here in the second half as Cody Forbes for Bountiful down after a collision with Jack McAllister. Forbes back up on his feet. And he'll walk it off for the Bountiful Redhawks. Goal kick coming up here for Bountiful. This Childers tries to flick it through with the header. It goes out of bounds, and another throw-in coming up for Bountiful over on that far sideline. Nagel to throw it in.
In for the Redhawks, number 9, Josh Clegg.
Josh Clegg checks in for Bountiful. This is Clegg. Alta back in possession. Beckham Butler doing his best to get around his defender. That ball takes a deflection as it goes out of bounds and out. Ball brought down by Boyer. He'll leave it. And here's De Jong. Coons trying to win it back. Tanner Coons pokes it through. And Castañeda with a heavy touch is able to clear it away. Clegg brings it down. Settles it for De Jong, who does a good job to keep possession. Back up to Clegg. Tries to turn. One back by Lavelle, who plays it out wide. Alta in possession. That ball up the sideline. And will filter all the way through to Carter Watson, who collects. Ball booted away by Watson. Lavelle lets it bounce. Lavelle tracking it. Lavelle will just shield that one as it goes out of bounds. And out for the Alta goal kick. Chase Radford here with an opportunity to boot this one away. And he'll leave it short. Lavelle now brings it up. Lavelle up the sideline. Glazier lets that one roll through. Here's Beckham Butler. Butler trying to get past Shirley. Shirley defensive for Bountiful. Butler gets past Shirley into the box. Glazier flicks it off, trying to settle it for Coons. Instead, it goes out wide to Barney. Barney up the end line. Ball played in. Beckham Butler at the back post. Yes, sir. Alta Hawks take a lead. What a phenomenal job by the Alta Hawks to recycle that ball. And Beckham Butler all by himself at the back post puts it into the empty net. And the Alta Hawks take a 1-0 lead. The junior Butler with goal number 14 on the season. Alta up 1-0 with 32:26 left to go.
Alta goal was scored by number 2, Beckham Butler.
How will the Redhawks respond? Bountiful now down a goal. And quickly Alta back in possession, trying to go up the other way with an opportunity to double their lead. Ashton Glass here in possession. Glass goes into Butler and cleared away by Barlow. Clegg with a nice touch over the top. Lavelle comes across, and Clegg keeps possession. Clegg in behind, Eddings, and Radford will collect. Even if Eddings would have been able to get onto the end of that one, it wouldn't have counted as the flag was raised over on the far sideline for the offside against Eddings. Alta does a good job to keep possession. Now here's Butler. Butler into the box. Butler goes into Coons. Coons can make it too! Tanner Coons! Two quick goals by the Alta Hawks, and they double their lead. The home crowd on their feet. They're loving it. Quick back-to-back goals for the Alta Hawks. Tanner Coons makes it two.
And for Alta, number 9, Tyler Jordan. And number 20, Max Winner.
31-27 left to go here in the second half, and Alta quickly score back-to-back and double their lead.
The Alta goal was scored by number 11, Tanner Coons.
Ball back in play. Alta quickly trying to get back into the attack, but a whistle and a foul will call it. A free kick coming up here for Bountiful. And Jack McAllister is down. We'll have a stoppage in play as the center official trying to sort it out. Bountiful free kick here. Chance here for Bountiful, now down by 2, with an opportunity to play one into the box and see if they can pull one back. Castañeda over the top, headed away by Dutchers. This is Butler, one of the goal scorers, who gets it to McAllister. Quickly, here come the Alta Hawks. That ball in behind to Jordan. Jordan takes a touch into the box. Jordan with the shot, and Castañeda comes across with a defensive challenge. That ball goes out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up for the Alta Hawks. Up by 2. The speed of Alta is incredible. Ball's on one end, hit on a quick counterattack for a good opportunity, and they'll get a corner out of it. It'll be Jack McAllister to take the corner with 30 minutes left to go here in the second. Ball whipped in, goes back post. De Jong is there, gets a touch. Ball inside the box, cleared away by Bountiful. Giving chase here is Dawson Barney and Cody Forbes. Stolen away by Barney. Barney gets past Childers. Now into the box. Alta here with an opportunity. Jordan squares into Coons, and Coons! That's another goal for the Alta Hawks. Tanner Coons scores his second goal of the afternoon. And it's 3-0. Bountiful holding their own in the first half defensively. But here in the second half, it has been all Alta Hawks. 3 quick goals. And now Alta have 1 foot in to the 5A state championship game.
Gives Tanner Coons a brace on the day.
Still plenty of time for Bountiful to try to pull something back. Whistle and a free kick here. And Cody Forbes down after the play. We'll have a stoppage here with 29-23 left to go. It's Cody Forbes back up on his feet, and a free kick coming up here for Bountiful. Castañeda to take for the Redhawks with 29-23. Ball whipped in by Castañeda. Radford off his line and collects. We'll have a stoppage here as they did not start the clock after the ball was played in. Now the clock has started, and that ball booted away. Jordan. Oh, Jordan with a nice little bit of skill, but whistled for the foul. This is Bountiful back in possession. De Jong goes out wide. Now ball played in centrally and given away to Alta. Here's Max Wimmer. Plays it up to Butler, one of the goal scorers. Butler has one. Butler cuts back, supports himself, trying to get it to Coons. Instead, it'll roll through to Jordan. Jordan will float one in, and that one will go safely into the hands of Carter Watson. The Bountiful goalkeeper at his near post collects. Nagel plays it up to Childers. Ball given away, McAllister to Wimmer, tries to flick it through to Butler, cleared away by Bountiful. Dawson Barney now on the attack. Out of bounds and out, a throw-in coming up here for the Alta Hawks. Prior to substitutions in the offing is Josh Glazer checking in. Brady Christensen also back in for Alta. Off comes Beckham Butler, the goal scorer. And Dawson Barney also heading to the bench for a breather.
17, Brady Christensen.
Ball in play with Alta. Given away, here's Noah Hilton, who plays it up to De Jong. De Jong looking for options. Goes back to Shirley. Shirley plays it out wide to Hilton. Hilton back centrally to De Jong. It's Shirley. Now up to Hilton. Hilton over the top. Clegg, heavy touch. And they'll bring it back for a foul. Sun will go against Alta as Noah Hilton went to ground. Across to Castañeda. Ball back in play with Bountiful. Castañeda over the top. Clegg with a header into Eddings, and across is Lavelle, who boots this one up and away. Ball will go out of bounds. Oh no, prior to, we'll have an offside flag raised. So the ball will come back. Alta free kick with the offsides. Chase Radford here can boot this one up and away for Alta, who lead it by 3. Radford boots this one up. Comes out to Glass. Bountiful back in possession. It's De Jong, who goes all the way back to his goalkeeper in Carter Watson. Watson will boot this one up and away. Eddings gets a header on it, and that one will just roll safely back into the hands of Chase Radford. Radford will play it to Lavelle. Lavelle up the far sideline. Wimmer gets it to Christensen. Christensen pokes it through into the box. Watson off his line and collects it well. Watson out quickly to De Jong. De Jong up to Clegg. Clegg gets it through. Giving chase here is Childers. Childers now pokes it through to Eddings. Radford off his line, and again, Eddings caught in an offside position. The play will not count. And Alta with a free kick, playing it quickly up to Jordan. Jordan gets it to Glazer. Nice play by Glazer to keep possession. Gets it into McAllister. Jack McAllister now up to Wimmer. Wimmer plays it to Coons, who has 2. Coons into the box, cleared away by Bountiful. And after the play, we'll have a player down inside the box. Another stoppage in play here as a Bountiful player down. Prior to substitutions, too, as Dawson Barney back into the game for the Alta Hawks. Ball back in play. And the whistle and a foul called. Jordan whistled for the foul. And a free kick coming up for Bountiful. Opportunity to boot this one up and away. This will go short instead to Watson. Now Noah Hilton clears it away. Coming across is Dutcher. Jordan plays it to Coons. Poked away by Eddings. Now here's Boyer. Boyer, Nagel giving chase, but that one will just go straight back and out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Radford covering it defensively. Now Radford here will boot this one away off the goal kick for Alta. Up 3-0 thanks to 3 quick goals. One from Beckham Butler. Tanner Coons added a second, and Coons made it a brace for himself as he added the third. All within about a 5-minute span for the Alta Hawks. Ball out of bounds and out, a throw-in for Bountiful over on that far sideline. Nagel to throw it in. Childers takes a touch. Now up the sideline. Comes off of Clegg as it goes out of bounds and out. Another throw-in coming up. This time for Alta as Lavelle to play it in. Lavelle flick through, and now Max Wimmer giving chase. Ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in, or excuse me, a foul coming up here for Alta. It'll be Christensen to take. Brady Christensen here off the free kick. 22:43 left to go in the second half. Ball into the box. Jordan is there, punched away by Watson and cleared out by Bountiful. Lands at Tanner Coons. Coons plays it out to McAllister. McAllister taking a shot from distance, and it goes just wide of the post. Not too far off there from Jack McAllister as Alta continue to push forward and try to add a fourth here at Zions Bank Stadium. Giving chase here is Eddings. McAllister gets it to Jordan. Jordan up the sideline to Rasmussen. Rasmussen cuts inside. Rasmussen, ball through, and that one will go safely into the hands of Watson. Casey Watson will boot there. Carter Watson will boot this one away. One back quickly. Childers gets a header on it. Childers in behind the defense. Childers taking a shot from distance. Gets too much under it. And it goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. Substitution coming up here for Bountiful, as Boyer will head to the bench for a breather. Checking into the game, looks like that's number 30.
For Bountiful, number 20, Cody Forbes.
Or excuse me, number 20, Cody Forbes back into the game. Forbes there with a header, flicks it through. Eddings trying to get it back in towards Clegg, and instead that one will go safely back into the feet of Chase Radford. Rasmussen plays it up centrally to McAllister. McAllister back now to Rasmussen. To Tanner Coons. Tanner Coons carrying with time and space. Coons goes out wide to Christensen. Cuts it down to his right. Christensen into the box. Christensen with the shot. And Christensen adds goal number 4.
Alta goal.
Brady Christensen, goal number 4, Alta up and looking for their opportunity for championship number 10 when they take on the Wasatch Wasps on Thursday. Brady Christensen makes it 4 for the Alta Hawks. Lavelle will boot this one away for Alta. Ball cleared away by Brady Christensen, who just scored. Head away by Dutcher. Brought down by McAllister.
By Brady Christensen.
This is now Jordan. Jordan gets it up to Glazier. Glazier back to McAllister. McAllister up to Wimmer. Wimmer quickly back up toward the sideline to Jordan. Jordan. Defended by Shirley. Jordan cuts back. Jordan whips it into the box. And Tanner Coons was there. Now Christensen with the shots. And it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Tried to curl it into that near post. And instead it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Ashton Glass checking back into the game. Beckham Butler, one of the goal scorers, back into the game. Max Wimmer checking off. And Tanner Coons, who has a brace, checking off. Watson will boot this one away. 19:23 left to go. Alta up 4-0. Bountiful plays it in with Barlow. Barlow cuts back, gets it on his right, plays it to Forbes. Forbes up to to De Jong, and De Jong puts way too much on the pass. It'll go back safely to Chase Radford. He'll pick it up. Radford here to put this away for Alta. Barlow plays it back to Hilton. Hilton boots it away. Brought down by Jordan. This is now Butler. Butler for Alta. Pokes it through. Trying to find Glass. Instead cut out by De Jong. De Jong looking for an opportunity to play it in. Loses the ball. Here's Butler. Butler leaves it for Barney. Barney trying to get around Cody Forbes. Cody Forbes and Barney get tangled up. Nicely done by Barney to recover. Ball out wide to Jordan. This is now a ball played in by Glazier, and it'll go out of bounds and out. A corner kick will be coming up here for the Alta Hawks. Jack McAllister heading over to the near sideline to take the corner. Opportunity here for Alta off the set piece to try to find goal number 5. Jack McAllister. Everybody lined up at the back post.
And for Alta, number 6, Ty Dutcher.
Ball whipped in. And that one will go out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Ball back in play here with Alta. As Arnie. This is now Jordan. Plays it to McAllister. McAllister over the top. Ashton Glass giving chase. Glass into the box. Glass crosses it in, and Shirley there with a defensive tackle inside the box makes it cleanly, and it'll go out of bounds and out for the corner kick. Another corner kick opportunity coming up here for the Alta Hawks with 16-17 left to go. Ball whipped in by McAllister, goes to the back post, headed away by Bountiful. McAllister will track it down. Jack McAllister whipped in again to the back post. Lands at Butler. Poke through inside the box. Glazier can't get on the end of it and cleared away by Castañeda. Glegg will bring it down for Bountiful. Shirley down behind the play. Dawson Barney. And poked away by Bountiful. They win it back defensively. Quickly won back by the Hawks. This is McAllister, who goes down. The whistle and a foul will call the free kick coming up here. Prior to Shirley down. And we'll have a stoppage in play with 15:21 left to go. Cody Forbes having a conversation with the official. Shirley will head over to the far sideline. Substitutions. Shirley coming off. And Eddings coming off. Henry Brown and Brody Baker into the game for Bountiful. For the Alta Hawks, starting goalkeeper Chase Radford will call it a night.
Boston Wright.
As he's subbed off, number 41, Boston Wright, checks into the game. Ball floated in, back post. And cleared away by Bountiful. Childers takes a heavy touch. Forbes over the top, headed away by Lavelle. And good to see from Alta head coach Mackenzie Heyer and her staff, giving Boston right here an opportunity to sub into this one up 4-0. Change in goal. Chase Radford will see this one out on the bench. Boston Wright, the senior goalkeeper, will finish this one off for the Alta Hawks. Barlow plays it centrally to De Jong. Cut out by McAllister. So here's Butler. Butler goes out wide. This is now De Jong. Ball comes out to number 24, Brody Baker. Pushes up the sideline. Now we'll have a stoppage in play here as we'll sort out the situation with the clock. That entire time, the clock was not moving here at Zions Bank. $13:38 is how far down the clock will go. Currently showing 15:04 here at the stadium. We'll go down to 13:38. Stoppage in play here as we get ready to roll again here at Zions Bank. Now the clock reflecting down to 13:31. Lavelle goes out wide looking for Barney. Bountiful back in possession here with Childers. Childers into the box, pokes it through, and Dutchers here will boot this one away. Cleared away by Christensen. Here's McAllister. McAllister tries to get around his defender. A free kick called and played out quickly. Comes off the back of Barlow. Here's De Jong. De Jong goes out wide to Childers. Childers trying to get around Lavelle. And now Christensen goes down. The whistle. And a yellow card caution will be issued here to De Jong. Our first, I believe, first yellow card of this one. As De Jong will be shown the yellow card caution, he'll have to sub out. Stoppage in play here with 12:42 left to go at Zions Bank Stadium. Free kick coming up for Alta.
Number 13.
Checking into the game, Mason Hamlet back in for the Bountiful Redhawks. The whistle as we resume action. And cleared away by Bountiful. Beckham Butler there to win it back. This is Dawson Barney. Barney plays it back centrally to Butler. Butler to Jordan. Jordan tries to play it back. Cut out by Bountiful. Now Jack McAllister winning back possession. McAllister plays it out wide to Rasmussen. Rasmussen pushed out of bounds. The whistle and a free kick. Henry Brown committing the foul. Jack McAllister will take the free kick for Alta. Opportunity again to whip this one in. Ball goes towards the back post, cleared away by Bountiful. Harry Brown lets this one bounce. Lands at McAllister. Brown defensively wins it back. Brown does a good job, goes to ground, and a whistle and a foul will call. The free kick coming up here for the Bountiful Redhawks. To boot it away is Brody Barker. Lands at Hamlet. Hamlet tries to get it out wide to Nagel. McAllister down after the play. We'll have another stoppage as another yellow card caution will be coming out. This one goes to Childers, who's shown the yellow for Bountiful. And a free kick coming up for Alta.
In for Bountiful, number 8, Ian Boyer.
Boyer checks in. Ball floated over the top and safely into the hands of Watson. Watson here will boot this one away. McAllister there with the header, wins it back. This one booted away now by Noah Hilton as that ball goes out of bounds. Mass substitutions coming up here for the Alta Hawks as number 5, Mateo Lopez checks in. Number 4, Madden McAllister, the freshman, both Mateo and Madden in. Freshman getting their run here at a state semifinal game. And then also back into the game, Max Wimmer for the Alta Hawks.
20, Max Wimmer. 4, Madden McAllister.
And Lopez gets his first touch, pokes it through. Now here's McAllister. That ball comes back out to Glass. Tries to head it back into the mix. Instead cleared away by Bountiful. Lavelle doing a good job there. Cuts it out. And Bountiful back into possession here with Boyer. Evan Boyer. Nagel giving chase. Nagel into the box. Nagel with the shot off the crossbar and cleared away. Probably the most clear and the most best opportunity Bountiful has had here in the second half, and they're denied by the crossbar. Nagel sent a rocket that came crashing off the woodwork. And Alta preserved the clean sheet. 9:20 left to go, still 4-0. As here's Mateo Lopez. Lopez out wide to Wimmer. Wimmer crosses it in. Goes towards the near post. Castañeda is there. Shot from Jordan. Can't put it on frame as it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Watson plays it short to Castañeda, who clears this one away. Castaneda now down. Alta back in possession. Now Castaneda back up on his feet behind the play. Here's Dawson Barney up the sideline. Plays it into Lopez. And across comes Hamlet, who commits the foul. Free kick coming up here for the Alta Hawks. Christensen to play it in. Goes centrally to Madden McAllister. To Mateo Lopez, who takes the shot. And the freshman, oh, so close to making it goal number 5. Instead, it goes wide of the post. Mateo Lopez creating some danger inside the box. Nagel will bring it up for Bountiful. And we want to take this time to remind you that coming up tomorrow, we got more semifinal action coming up from Zions Bank Stadium. As 6A and 4A semifinal games getting underway tomorrow, all the action starts with 6A semifinals at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning here on KSLSports.com. Ball cleared away by Madden McAllister. Christensen pokes one through, one of the goal scorers tonight for Alta. Hamlet comes across, and another whistle and another foul called. This one will be a free kick against the Bountiful Redhawks. Substitution getting ready in the offing as Santi Molina getting ready to come on for Alta. Take the free kick first. 6:45 left to go here in the second half. Alta up 4-0. Ball floated in, goes near post. Wimmer flicks it through with the header. Castaneda clears it away. And one back quickly by Alta. This is Madden McAllister, who plays it to Jordan. Jordan cuts it back. Jordan trying to find Mateo Lopez. Cleared away by Noah Hilton. Substitution coming up as Santi Molina in.
Substitution number 3, Santi Molina.
Off comes Dawson Baker. Or excuse me, Dawson Barney. Jordan will throw it in here for Alta. Ball brought down by Mateo Lopez and cleared away. Ball cleared away by Bountiful. Santi Molina tracking it down. Pokes it back to Lavelle. Lavelle plays it out wide to Jordan. Jordan centrally to Lavelle. Lavelle. Jordan pokes it through to Lopez. Lopez into the box. And Brody Barker there to boot it away. Lopez whistled for the foul as Barker goes to ground. A free kick coming up here for the Bountiful Redhawks. 5 minutes left to play here in the second half. Rasmussen giving chase. Rasmussen trying to cover it defensively as that one will go out of bounds and out. A goal kick. Santi Molina will bring it up for Alta. Ball played back into Cody Forbes. Cleared away by Lavelle. Out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for Bountiful over on the far sideline. Cleared away. Throw in as Nagel will throw it in. Ball headed away by Lavelle. Lands at Boyer. Boyer gets it out wide to Nagel. Bountiful here on the attack with Nagel. Cuts inside into the box. Nagel up to the end line and can't keep it from going out of bounds. Substitution coming up here for the Alta Hawks. That's number 14, Porter Barney, checking into the game.
Porter Barney.
Off comes number 9 in Tyler Jordan. Ball booted away by Boston Wright. Santi Molina out wide to Christensen. Takes a deflection, ball comes back out to Christensen. Christensen plays it centrally to Lopez. Lopez gets it to Max Wimmer, giving chase. Wimmer whips it into the box. Ashton Glass was there at the near post. Tried to flick it through, and instead it goes out of bounds and out for the goal kick. Ball booted away by Bountiful. Comes out now to Santi Molina, who tracks it down. Molina centrally to Madden McAllister. Madden McAllister, the freshman. Gets it to Ashton Glass. Glass looking for options. Here's Porter Barney. This is now Lopez. Lopez back into Madden McAllister. Glass. Heavy touch, and one back by Cody Forbes. The whistle and a foul called, a free kick. Coming up. Ball booted away by Bountiful. Ball goes out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up here for Bountiful. Brody Barker to throw it in. Barker gets it in. Lopez cuts it out. Cleared away by McAllister. Brought down by Wimmer. Lopez battling out with Barlow for possession. Barlow wins it. Now it's Forbes. Rasmussen comes across, tries to win it back. Instead, we'll have a whistle and a free kick coming up here for Bountiful in a dangerous spot. 1:37 left to go. Forbes will whip one in, right off his line, punches it away. Still inside the box. Nagel trying to bring it down and cleared away by Lavelle. Quickly going down the other way is Alta. That ball floated into Porter Barney. Can't get on the end of it. Cleared away by Bountiful. This is Barlow, who plays it back to Castañeda. Cleared away. Barlow will play it up for Bountiful. Hamlet tries to bring it in. Gets it to Forbes. Now here's Boyer. Cleared away by Lavelle. Ball goes out to Christensen. 53 seconds left. Christensen gets it in centrally. Now here's Molina. Santi Molina looking for options. Plays it to Lopez. Lopez back to Molina. Molina goes out wide to Christensen. Christensen will take it to the end line. The cross comes in. Glass is there near post. Cleared away by Noah Hilton. Now here's Wimmer. Takes a shot from distance. Comes off of Nagel. Ashton Glass with the header. And cleared away by Barker. Here's a touch in centrally by Easton Blake. Now Dutchers, who'll go back to Boston Wright. Here's Lavelle. As we have a countdown here at Zions Bank Stadium.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And the Alta Hawks have done it. Alta is heading back to the 5A state championship game. A 4-0 win here at Zions Bank Stadium thanks to goals from Beckham Butler, 2 from Tanner Coons, and a 4th added by Brady Christensen. And the Alta Hawks have a date with the Wasatch Was for the 5A state championship crown. Great performance by the Alta Hawks, specifically in the early second half, where in a span of about 5 to 7 minutes, the Alta Hawks were able to score 3 goals back to back to back to cement themselves in another 5A state championship game. Heartbreak for the Bountiful Redhawks. Came into this one at 18-1. They'll fall to 18-2 on the season. A semifinal appearance is nothing to hang your head low for. They battled, they fought hard, they had a phenomenal season, but come just short of making it to a state championship game.
Who now advanced to the state championship game.
Alta and Wasatch, your 5A championship game. That's coming up on Thursday at 4 o'clock here on KSLSports.com. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis. Big shout out to Doug on the camera, and from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Everyone have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow as 6A semifinal action and 4A semifinal action get underway here at Zions Bank Stadium.